All right, let's just dive right into this explainer and completely demystify ETFs. Today, we're going to bridge that massive gap between the set and forget mentality of passive investing and the highly strategic, fast paced world of active swing trading. Because, if you want to use exchange traded funds as powerful trading vehicles, you can't just blindly follow the herd. You really need to understand the underlying mechanics. I can practically guarantee you've heard this exact phrase before. Just buy the S&P 500. You hear it from a well-meaning parent, you see it copy-pasted in a highly upvoted Reddit thread, or maybe you get it from a financial advisor who's honestly just looking to end the conversation quickly. And look, let's be fair. The advice isn't inherently wrong. For a purely passive investor who wants literally zero daily involvement, it works perfectly fine. But that leads us directly to a pretty crucial question. What are you actually buying? Most people who blindly follow that advice have absolutely no idea what's going on behind the scenes. And if you're stepping into the arena as a swing trader, yeah, set it and forget it just is not going to cut it. A swing trader needs to know exactly what is inside that ticker, how it moves, and most importantly, why it behaves the way it does in the live market. So let's get into section 1, unpacking the ETF basket, how a single ticker holds the market. Okay, so an exchange-traded fund, or an ETF, is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's a fund that holds a collection. Think of it like a basket of assets. But the real magic here is in the first part of the name. It trades on an exchange precisely like a single individual stock. You want to buy this basket at 10:32 a.m.? Go for it. Sell it at 2:15 p.m.? No problem. Everything in between works with live, real-time market pricing. It's one ticker, one transaction, but it instantly gives you exposure to dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of underlying positions all at once. Let's think about SPY, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. When you buy one single share of SPY, you are not just buying one company. You are instantly buying a tiny, fractional slice of all 500 companies in the S&P 500 index simultaneously. You get immediate exposure to Microsoft, Amazon, JP Morgan, Exxon, and honestly, hundreds of others you might never have even heard of, all perfectly weighted by their market cap. The fund provider assembles the basket, you just trade the basket. Simple as that. Moving on to Section 2, choosing the right vehicle, ETFs versus mutual funds and stocks. First, let's put ETFs head-to-head with mutual funds for a second. Mutual funds also hold baskets of assets, but they have a fatal flaw for active traders. When you trade a mutual fund, that transaction only settles once per day at the net asset value, or the NAV, which is calculated after the market entirely closes. So you literally do not know your exact price when you hit the buy button. Crazy, right? By contrast, ETFs give you intraday, real-time live trading. You get the immediacy of a stock paired with lower fees and absolutely zero minimum investment thresholds. For a swing trader, having that real-time liquidity is absolutely essential. Now, how about comparing ETFs to individual stocks? Direct stock ownership obviously gives you highly concentrated risk. If you own just one single company and they drop a truly terrible earnings report after hours, your position can be absolutely devastated overnight. Your entire trade thesis ruined by one bad CEO decision. But an ETF, it completely distributes that risk across multiple holdings. A catastrophic earnings report from one single company inside an ETF barely even moves the needle on the overall fund. It acts as an incredible shield against that concentrated overnight risk. All right, Section 3, the trader's ETF watch list, the vehicles that actually matter. We've got to start with the undisputed king, SPY, tracking the S&P 500. This is simply the most liquid ETF in existence. It has massive daily volume and is the ultimate proxy for the market. When you hear professional traders talking about what the market is doing today, practically speaking, they are talking about SPY. It is your ultimate baseline read on overall economic health. Next up is QQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ 100. This is your tech-heavy vehicle. We're talking giants here: Apple, Meta, Google, Nvidia. Because tech stocks react so dramatically to interest rate expectations and growth sentiment, QQQ is highly volatile. When investors are hungry for growth, QQQ leads the charge higher. But the second rate fear spike, QQQ will drop significantly harder and faster than SPY. Then we have IWM, tracking the Russell 2000. This basket holds 2,000 small-cap U.S. companies. Now, why does a trader actually care about this? Because small caps are highly sensitive to domestic economic health. IWM acts as a really vital gauge. It'll show you if a market rally is truly broad-based or if it's just being artificially propped up by a few mega-cap tech companies. It produces much bigger swings and often shows early, exaggerated market moves. Beyond those broad indices, you have sector ETFs. This is where you can get incredibly surgical. Take XLF for financials, for instance. It moves cleanly with credit conditions and interest rates. Or XLE for energy, tracking right along with crude oil prices and supply dynamics. If your macro analysis tells you energy is about to run, an ETF like XLE lets you cleanly express that view on the entire sector, entirely bypassing the risk of picking the one oil stock that happens to totally miss its earnings. And finally, we have ARKK. This is a thematic fund focused strictly on speculative, disruptive tech, genomics, autonomous vehicles, things like that. So the crucial takeaway here is that ARKK is a high beta vehicle. It is definitely not a conservative position. It amplifies market moves aggressively during risk-on environments, and it gets completely punished when sentiment turns cautious. Pro traders often keep an eye on ARKK strictly as a gauge of underlying market greed or fear. Which brings us to Section 4, Swing Trading ETF Mechanics, applying traditional technicals to macro trends. The actual mechanics of trading an ETF are pretty much identical to an individual stock. Let's just walk through a textbook hypothetical setup on QQQ during a tech pullback. Step 1, you watch the price drop until it finds support at a key technical level, maybe a previous consolidation area, and volume dries up, showing that sellers are exhausted. Step 2, you enter the trade when QQQ closes back above a short-term resistance level on above average volume. And Step 3, you set your take-profit target at the previous high and tightly manage your risk by placing a stop loss just below that support level that just held. The absolute biggest advantage of this whole process is that you are trading cleaner, gradually developing macro trends, and you're doing it safely. ETFs trend so much more reliably during sustained risk-on or risk-off environments because they reflect aggregate, broad behavior. You are entirely stripped of that terrifying overnight binary risk of waking up to a completely ruined single stock earnings report. It's really just you, the chart, and the macroeconomic trend. Now think about this for a second. Consider this single, incredibly vital number, 1 penny. A huge practical reason swing traders favor major ETFs like SPY and QQQ comes down to liquidity. Hundreds of millions of shares trade daily. And because of that, the bid-ask spread, which is just the gap between what buyers will pay and sellers will accept, is often just a single penny. Wide spreads on thinly traded stocks literally eat into your edge before the trade even begins. A 1 penny spread protects your profit margins and lets you execute cleanly, entirely on your own terms. Let's wrap things up with Section 5, the Calibre Signals Advantage, putting the strategy into practice. At Calibre Signals, they really understand that flexibility is power. Their ETF signals run right alongside their individual stock setups. Sometimes the absolute best way to express a market thesis isn't to agonize over picking a single stock, it's to just trade the sector directly. If tech flushes and then shows relative strength, a QQQ signal gives you incredibly clean exposure. Calibre provides both, giving you a comprehensive toolkit to express your read on the market as safely as possible. And honestly, the best part is that you can start utilizing these exact ETF strategies immediately. You can join Calibre Signals entirely for free today using the Discord link, discord.gg/W2V6Q4VZNZ. They have a permanent free tier, so you can start getting these specific macro setups and sector rotations delivered straight to you, allowing you to see this whole ETF theory perfectly executed right in live markets. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on today. Take a real look at your own portfolio and ask yourself, are you ready to stop holding passively and start actually trading the macro trend? The tools are right there in front of you. SPY, QQQ, the sector ETFs. They offer incredible liquidity, they completely strip away that single stock risk, and they empower you to actively capture market swings with real precision. It is definitely time to rethink that set it and forget it mindset and finally take active control of your trades. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you out there in the markets.